let's get into the Thursday night football slate. Bills, Rams, showdown slate. Who you
What a
going with at
game.
captain spot? Who you going with?
Like I said, what a game, what a matchup. There are so many options. Probably the best pure option for the captain slot has to be Josh Allen. He's probably going to spread it around to Stephon Diggs, our guy Gabe Davis, McKenzie's super cheap, Dawson Knox for the touchdowns. But he's also going to be the highest rostered by far, I think. So I think Allen Robinson is the sneakiest option for the captain slot. He might probably be the fifth or sixth highest rostered captain. So his rostership's gonna be low enough where you can have some different lineups, some unique lineups. Plus, he's super cheap, so you can really load up at flex. It gives you some ton of different options. And Allen Robinson himself has slate winning upside. I just think he's going to be amazing in this offense. Similar to what I was saying, how big of a boost Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods were going to get with Matthew Stafford coming over into the scheme. So I think Robinson is going to tear it up this year. And what better time to take him than opening night? So I think the sneakiest option for the captain slot has got to be Allen Robinson.
Yeah, that's exactly who I was going to say
Oh,
because, A-Rob is going to be up against these Bills corners minus Tre'Davious White. And so obviously
yeah.
you're going to have to focus on Cooper Kupp after he caught 145 balls last year. But remember, the Bills, their cornerback spots are kind of up in the air. Is it going to be Elam? Is it going to be the 6th round rookie? We really don't know how that cornerback group is going to shape up on the perimeter for Buffalo. So I think that's if there's a weakness on that defense early in the season until Tre'Davious White gets back, I think it's going to be the boundary corners outside. They have Dane Jackson on one side, and he's been up and down as well. So there's really an exploitable matchup for A-Rob, and who better than Sean McVay to use his new toy opening night, against this matchup. So I like it for the same reasons you said. It's a great matchup, and he doesn't break the bank, so you could actually still get a pretty balanced lineup if you go him in the captain spot. Because that's the only thing with Josh Allen is that if you go Josh Allen, you have to, it limits what you could do otherwise. Where there's a lot more combinations if you go A-Rob.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's talk some dart throws here on this slate. Who do you like as kind of like that last guy, the cheapest guy to fill out your lineup?
It's got to be Tutu Atwell. Just because we don't know if Van Jefferson is going to suit up or not. But he's shaping up to be a true game time decision. I don't think he's going to suit up. So it's going to be, guys like Ben Skoranek, Tutu Atwell. Potentially, we see Lance McCutcheon suit up. But I think Tutu Atwell is the best dart throw for this slate because I don't think Skoronek's going to be able to see enough targets to really break this slate. But Atwell could break this slate with a single reception. He could sort of fill in that Deshaun Jackson role we saw towards the beginning of the year during D-Jax's brief Rams career. But Atwell is a tiny, speedy, sort of deep threat. So if he breaks loose, if the Bills are trying to slow down both Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson, even Tyler Higbee, Atwell could sneak by for an 80-yard touchdown. That's all you need on a slate like this. So I think if Van Jefferson's out, Tutu Atwell is definitely my favorite dart throw.
Yeah, you stole my guy again. I mean,
sorry, we're just on the same page.
I have Atwell projected as the number 3 receiver. I don't think Van Jefferson is going to play. It looks like they're preparing to play without him. And I remember something Sean McVay said earlier in the preseason when, he wasn't playing any of his guys. And, they asked him specifically about Atwell. And he was like, yeah, no, we're keeping him on the bench because we have a role in mind for him in week 1. He specifically said that. And so I don't think it could be any clearer that he's going to be involved. And the good thing about Atwell, not only can he go deep, but he can also be kind of that like gadget guy and get like 5-6 catches, kind of scheme the ball. So he could do either way. I think he's just way, way too cheap. Kind of at the bottom of the barrel. He's only 1,000 on DraftKings on their showdown slate. So I think you got to go with him. And one other one I'll throw out there is Isaiah McKenzie. He was banged up, but it looks like he's healthy now. And all the reports out of camp were that he actually won that slot job over Jamison Crowder. So at one point, I was talking about Crowder, like, okay, if he's going to be the replacement for Beasley, that could be a profitable like PPR role. But if it's going to be McKenzie, it's actually better because McKenzie also usually good for a carry in many of these games as well. He averages a little over half a carry a game. So he could get some rush attempts. He could get schemed the ball. And he could see a big increase in his routes compared to last year, where he had some games near the end of the season where he was running a lot of routes. But for the season average, it was around like 22%. So he could be in the 60s or the 70s in that Cole Beasley role in this game. So I think McKenzie on one side, Atwell on the other side, it kind of remind me similar type of players, I think, and both could break the slate in this one.